I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, but I do agree single moms are a problem. Why would you want to raise kids all by yourself? Like, personally, I made sure that my husband was going to be a good father. And I even went as far as making sure I loved my in-laws, because it takes a whole tribe to raise a family. It does. And I don't know. I mean, unless you like being a shiro, but why? It's like, I love telling my boys when they ask me something, I'm like, I don't fucking know. Go ask your dad. I'm not a fucking man. I enjoy saying that. And also to avoid statistics like this. So, yes, I don't believe in raising children because without a father, because I mean, that repeats the cycle. So that's just my opinion.
I'm getting ripped tonight. R.I.P. that. Self-esteem high as my calories. Self-esteem as high as my ass used to be. Self-esteem as high as these haters. Self-esteem as high as I'm gonna be on my way to this water park.
A few moments later.
It don't matter what you do for your children. My daughter that just graduated, I kept telling her over and over, this boy got 3 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. You chose your path. You graduated. This man chose his path. My daughter, I just went in my daughter's room. My daughter packed all her stuff and left. And she blocked me. I've been riding around looking for my fucking daughter. I hope this man do not, and his mama do not dog my child. I want my baby. All I can do is try to tell her she's not.
Whew. Oh, guys, listen, I have no sympathy or remorse whatsoever for that woman, for her daughter, for any other single mother out there who's going through these same type of issues, and you shouldn't feel bad either. And I'll explain why in this video. See, Pookie, Ray Ray, and Tyrone, these thugs, these criminals, these guys in the street, they have been dismantling households for generation after generation. They have been breaking these women down year after year after year after year. And these women love it. See, they choose these type of guys. Women are the gatekeepers to sex, right? And whoever gets them wet, that's who they're going to most likely get knocked up by. That same archetype of guy, that dude who's out there hustling, trying to get some quick, fast cash. The dude with his pants all the way down his butt. The guy that's in and out of prison. These women like those guys, especially in the black community. They don't want to acknowledge this. See, here's what they'll say. There's not a lot of good men out there. So we just have to choose these guys. These guys are losers. These guys are incarcerated. No, those type of guys get those women wet. Those dudes know how to put these women on a roller coaster range of emotions. They can tell them this thing, and then these women say, oh, and then they can tell them something else. See, those type of men, the dude that she said that her daughter ran off with, he has 3 aggravated counts of assault with a deadly weapon. He can put her on those highs and lows. A man who's going somewhere, he likes stability. And most of these women think stability is boring. Matter of fact, a lot of women think that, oh, him having a 9 to 5, I don't want to deal with that guy. I want to deal with a boss. I want to deal with a guy who raps, who does this, who able to get quick money, who can take me over here. He can do this, he can do that. He's just everywhere. I got to know where he's at. And if I don't know where he's at, then I don't know what I'm going to do. Most of these women want that. They don't like that stable quality guy who's educated. Matter of fact, a lot of women think that, oh, if he doesn't have swag, if he doesn't act this way, if he doesn't do this or do that, then he's boring. He's lame. Haven't you guys heard that before? So don't feel bad. Her daughter is simply following in the same footsteps that her mother is. I guarantee you, this is why she's crying and bawling out, oh, my daughter. No, she has to suffer the consequences, just like you. See, her mother chose that type of guy. I guarantee you. If she didn't, where's the father at? Because the father would have been there and said, hey, what are you doing? You don't deal with that type of guy. Like he would have set some boundaries, some guidelines. And he would have told her daughter, oh, you know what? Don't deal with that type of dude. He's not good. See, a woman usually, more often than not, chooses to be with the type of guy that her father is. So if her father is a hard worker, if her father's out there grinding, she knows the archetype. She saw that type of that example growing up. So when she gets out in the real world after she graduates, like her mom said she did, you know what the type of guys you're going to choose? Oh, my father, because she respects her father. And the women that don't choose those type of guys never respected her father. So let them fall by the wayside. Let them walk off a cliff. Let them suffer the consequences. That's what needs to happen. This is why I say, stop trying to save these single mothers. They wanted those guys. It's not a mistake that they chose that loser, that they got pregnant by that bum, that criminal. These women know what they're doing. So what they do is they choose that guy, then they'll say, oh, well, he ran away after the pregnancy. After the baby was born, he just didn't want to be with me. No, that's not the truth. After the baby was born, after the baby got a year old, he just changed. No man changes. Let me tell you this. Whatever that guy is, however he presents himself, the first time you meet him, the second time you hang out with him, that's how he's going to be. So if he's a thug, if he's a type of guy that's in the street, that's running over here, running over there, that's the type of guy he's going to be. After the baby, during the pregnancy, and to death do his part. That's just how it is. See, they'll try to say men have changed because in their minds, that man changed. Because she had an idea of that dude. She wanted him to be an upstanding good man, get his education, go out to work, work a 9 to 5, get some money that you can work for that's not illegal. But since he wasn't able to do that, since she couldn't mold and change that Pookie Ray Ray or Tyrone or Chad or whatever guy that's in the street that's doing criminal activity, she couldn't change him. So now in her mind, she thinks that he changed. No, he never changed. We don't change. We don't wear makeup, right? We don't wear push-up bras or none of this crazy stuff. However you see us, this is how we're going to be from the day one until we decide to not deal with you anymore and we go our separate ways. But all these women want to act like, well, he changed. Well, this type of guy, he's this way. I'm hoping that he changes to be with me. See, it's hard for a woman to deal with a dude who doesn't get them wet, who she's not turned on by. So she usually calls those dudes boring, lame. He's a nice guy. I don't really like him. Yeah, he has a quality life, but I don't want to deal with that guy right now. So what they'll do is they'll get pregnant by that bad boy, by that guy that's in the street, by that guy that's incarcerated, who has a long rap sheet, who's been fighting out there, who can take them on crazy adventures. And then after they have a baby, become a single mother, now they want that nice, stable guy. But it's not going to work because a lot of these men are catching on. They're realizing, why should I deal with you and your baggage? That's the type of guy you're attracted to. Go be with your baby daddy. And all these single mothers out there that's having children out of wedlock and that they have no quality father there that's having daughters, those same daughters are going to follow their footsteps. And the mothers are going to be like, oh, man, what happened? Oh, yeah, she followed you. So you wanted a bum. And I guarantee you that mother had dudes, the same type of guys running in and out of her life growing up. In and out, in and out, in and out. And guess what? Those dudes are nowhere to be found. Just like that guy eventually will nowhere to be found. Her daughter's going to get knocked up just like her. And she's going to be struggling generation after generation. Her daughter's going to happen the same time until they break that generational curse, that cycle. It's going to happen over and over and over. These are the effects of women choosing these type of guys. Because the chances of them getting a high value man when they're a single mother, that is so slim. I mean, it's slim to none. Because why would a high value man, a guy who makes pretty decent money for himself, he doesn't have to be extremely wealthy, why would he want to be with a woman who has baggage? Why? It's not going to happen. It would never happen. But these different gurus and all these liars and these frauds online, they will tell these women there's still men out there for you that would accept you and all your kids, that would accept your baggage, that would love you for you, that would do for you and your kids. No, listen, the guys that are out there like that, they're simps. Those dudes that women don't even want to be with. So they'll settle for those dudes and still have the thirst, the urge to sleep around with that Pookie, that Tyrone, that Ray Ray, that guy in the street. This is how it goes. So it's a poor cycle, but these women need to get control of the reproductive system. Who they sleep with, who they mate with, who they have babies by. I can see if these single mothers was like, you know, I'm going to sleep around, but who I choose to have babies by, it's going to be a quality man. No, these women are getting pregnant by the lowest quality of dudes. And then they wonder why those dudes don't want to be with them. They don't want to be fathers. They don't want to, settle down and give them a good quality life. It's because those dudes aren't those dudes. They're not quality men. They're just not. So these women need to take hold of their urge for these bad boys, these different dudes that are no good, and they need to get with quality men. When that happens, that generational curse and all that is going to go away. But until then, they're going to be continuing the cycle, sleeping with the worst dudes, getting pregnant by criminals, getting pregnant by bums, guys in the street, guys just doing this, and it will never work out in the long term. It never works out.